Hello, my name is Brother Sean Kelly. I am Provincial Minister with the Capuchin Franciscans in Ireland. St. Francis of Assisi, who founded the Franciscan order over 800 years ago, is still probably one of the best known and loved saints in the world today. For me, I think his story, his life story of conversion from a life of wealth, nobility, and was great opportunities to a life of simplicity, austerity, and a love of those who are marginalized, speaks volumes to me and indeed to all Franciscans throughout the world. Our charism is based on the conversion story of St. Francis, where we try to minister as best we can to those who are marginalized in the world today. For St. Francis of Assisi, that conversion happened when he was able to embrace a leper on the road one day, someone who he would have abhorred or would have found it very difficult even to be near. And when he embraced that leper, he embraced the Christ within that person. St. Francis saw God in everything and everybody. Everything was a brother or a sister to St. Francis, and he's well known for creating that beautiful canticle of Brother Sun, Sister Moon. There's something about the love of God in each other and in creation. So many of our writings and encyclicals today even support that belief. Pope Francis' most recent encyclicals, Fratelli Tutti, or love of brother and sister, and Laudato Si, which has inspired so many people in relation to love of creation, and which is the number one concern for so many people in the world today, with global warming, climate change, and so on. St. Francis of Assisi really wanted to know Christ on two levels: the humility of Christ and the love of Christ. The humility of Christ in coming to earth in the most humble form of a child, not born in riches, but in poverty, in a simple manger, in a crib. And he experienced that for himself by bringing to life what it was like to experience the birth of Christ. He did so by creating the story in a cave in Greccio in Italy. And he had live animals and people reenacting the story of Bethlehem. The legend has it that Christ, the baby Jesus, appeared in the manger on that particular night. So we've St. Francis of Assisi to thank for giving us the crib that we each have in our homes and communities every Christmas. Regarding the love of Christ, that was epitomized for St. Francis in the passion and death of Jesus Christ on the cross. And he prayed that he could experience some of that cross himself, to really get in touch with that immense love that Christ had for the world. And in praying one day in isolation, again in a remote part of Italy, Laverna, he received the stigmata, or the wounds of Christ, in his hands, his heart, and his feet. And he carried those wounds with him to the day he died. But he never complained. He gave thanks to God for allowing him to experience that intense love that Christ has for every one of us. And we commemorate that and celebrate that love every time we celebrate the Eucharist. Pope Francis took on the name Francis in following the life of St. Francis of Assisi. And one can very easily see in the life of Pope Francis the deep love he has for that saint, in his simplistic way of life, in his preaching, and his love of God. There's so many books written about St. Francis, his life story, his teachings, so many different reflections. And I don't think there's enough time in this short video even to touch on any one of those. But what I would like for you to take away from this video today is a sense of wanting to get to know St. Francis of Assisi a little better in your own life. Talk to any of the friars that you meet on your journey, or engage with us through our website, and pray for all those who may be discerning vocations at this time, through the intercession of St. Francis, that many more young men will come with a sense of love and desire to be followers of Francis of Assisi. Thank you.